Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I'm your host, Eric Smith, and today I'm talking about the finale episode of Fear the Walking Dead. Oh, what do I say? I'm assuming you can tell by my little reaction there how I feel about this. If you watched my review of the first two episodes, I wasn't impressed, and having finished out the series, my opinion really hasn't changed. Still, really no likable characters, not even very interesting characters. The only character that I found interesting wasn't introduced until the penultimate episode, and that was Strand, played by Colman Domingo. He was interesting because he was mysterious, in my opinion. Plus, he was played in a very interesting way. He was just a very cool character. But aside from him, I just did not care about anybody. And they did a lot of things that annoyed me. The show, in general, did a lot of things that annoyed me. One of the problems, I think, with this show and with its parent show, The Walking Dead, is the inconsistent behavior of the zombies. And that may not seem like a big deal to a lot of people. Maybe, as usual, I'm just being picky, but you know, it seems that the zombies behave the way the story dictates they behave, not according to any zombie rules. Does that make sense? You know, they'll stand around doing nothing unless there's some sort of stimulation sometimes, and then sometimes they're active without any apparent stimulation. Sometimes they seem smart-ish. Sometimes they're very stupid, which one would think would be the case all the time. In the third episode, whichever episode it is, there's this weird, I assume it's a grape vine vineyard kind of thing, little mini vineyard in the backyard kind of thing, this maze that the characters go through. And then a zombie follows one of them back through the maze. And it follows them all the way through the maze until it gets to the actual backyard fence, at which point it seems to get stuck and just reaches through a hole in the fence trying to get to the people. But the maze, it was, like I said, this maze was like a vineyard kind of thing. It wasn't solid walls or anything. So if the zombie's instinct is to just make a beeline for a person, wouldn't it have gotten stuck at the first turn in the maze? Because it could still see the person as they're going through the maze. So it seems to me the zombie would just walk straight ahead, hit the wall, and start reaching through trying to get to the person. But it never does that. It follows them through the maze. Then why wouldn't it follow them past the fence? I don't know. It bugs me that they behave this way. And then somehow it gets out of the maze when its husband shows up without following him. It just hears his voice and somehow is able to walk through the maze again. I call it a maze. I don't know what it actually is. Like I said, it seems to be set up for growing grapes, but whatever. I don't know. That bugged me. And then there's 2,000 zombies locked inside a stadium. I suppose there's enough noise out in the city to be a stimulus. But we've seen zombies just standing around, like I said, and yet these 2,000 are beating on the doors trying to get out. What stimulated them into this activity? I don't know. Again, maybe I'm being really, really nitpicky. So anyway, the finale just, I don't know. Again, left a lot to be desired in my opinion. The characters are such dicks. They're leaving their neighborhood because they've, again, spoilers for those who haven't watched it yet. So the main characters are leaving their neighborhood because the military has abandoned them. They don't take the time to warn their neighbors that the military has abandoned them and they're all on their own. Which, fine, they don't really have the time to go and warn every single person in this fenced-off neighborhood. So, whatever. But then when they leave, they open the gate to get out, and then they just drive off and leave the gate open, basically leaving the entire neighborhood completely vulnerable to zombie attack. That's just a dick move. It would take 10 seconds to close the freaking gate. Wow, what a bunch of assholes. You know, it's all just so contrived, in my opinion. When the Ruben Blades character leads a horde of zombies to the military base or compound or whatever you want to call it, because they're trying to rescue some other people. I assume, is it the horde from the stadium? How did they gather so many zombies? I have to assume it's from the stadium. So how the hell did they let them out without any danger? That was the best plan they could come up with? Have a guy just walk in front of a horde of zombies? I don't know. It just, I wanted to like it. I don't recommend it. If you've not watched it because you were waiting for all the episodes and then you were going to binge watch, or you're waiting for it to come out on Blu-ray and DVD, whenever that's going to be, I just don't recommend it unless you're a completist and you want to see how the whole zombie apocalypse from The Walking Dead started. It was bad, in my opinion, which is what this always is. This is my show, so it's my opinion. Just shitty characters, just unlikable and uninteresting characters. Inconsistent zombie behavior, again, which is also a problem with the other show. Oh, and like Madison, in the penultimate episode, finds this letter that her daughter was reading, and it sets her off. She goes running around looking for her daughter, and instead she finds the Paul Reubens character holding a soldier captive, and apparently she just completely forgets that she's looking for her daughter, because it's never again does she say, hey, she doesn't say, hey, I was looking for Alicia. Does she even see Alicia again in the show? You know, she never says, hey, I was looking for you. She just apparently completely forgets that she wants to know where her daughter is. Which just, I don't know. I suppose you might be thrown when you find somebody holding another person hostage, but you'd think she'd still want to make sure her daughter is okay. Just, I don't know. The Walking Dead, the parent series, has its ups and downs, and I think some episodes are really, really good, even though there are some episodes that I think are pretty bad. This show, 6 episodes, I don't think any of them were very good. A couple good scenes, but overall, just blah. Just incredibly blah. I know people that like it, and that's fine. That's the joy of people, I guess. No, there's no joy in people. But we're all allowed to have differing opinions and differing tastes. And, you know, if you like it, that's great. I want people to find things in life that they can enjoy. Unfortunately, I did not enjoy this. If there were more, if it were ongoing from this point, after the 6 episodes, I'd be done with it. I wouldn't watch anymore. 6 episodes I can put up with, just to finish it out. You know, at that point, you might as well finish the story. Yeah. Okay, so I don't recommend it unless you're a hardcore Walking Dead fan. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. So I guess that's it. I'm not gonna rate this, because I don't do ratings for TV shows. I don't know why. I just don't feel like it. It's not even worth it. It's not worth giving a rating. That's how uninterested I was in this show. All right, so that's it. Kind of a rambling thing, because, again, just barely worth the effort. But I did review the first 2, and I said I would review the finale. So here I am. I don't know if people are interested in seeing me talk about TV shows. It's kind of odd because one assumes you watched it when it was on, so reviewing something. It's not like a movie where I might catch a sneak preview or see the very first showing and get a video up before the masses have gone to see it. You know, with a TV show, again, I assume most people have seen it, although there's some who, again, might be waiting. So I may or may not do more TV show reviews. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. That's my review of the season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. Meh. That sums it up. All right, this has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.